Welcome student. Now we study proof of Cauchy integral formula. What is Cauchy integral formula? For a function fz which is analytic with an closed curve C where a lie inside C, then f of a is equals to 1 upon 2 pi I antiderivative fz upon z minus a dz over a closed contour C. How proof of this formula goes on? Just see, fz upon z minus a is analytic at all points within C except a point z is equals to a, because at z is equals to a this particular function become infinite. So z is equals to is the singularity which lie inside of this circle C. Let us draw another small circle C1 inside C like this and take a cross cut between C and C1 like this. Point it out as point A and point B. Now C is the bigger circle, C1 is the smaller circle, and a cross cut A to B between C and C1. Now see, Z is equals to A point lie inside C1 as well as inside C. If we consider this whole region, bigger region, which includes C and C1 both, then Z is equals to A point lie inside both region. But now we try to eliminate this particular point from our region, and how it is possible? By making a simple cross cut. How? Just see, there is a bigger circle C and a smaller circle, and we just make a small cross cut between A to B. Now what is the boundary of our region? The boundary of our region is region C, then point A to B, then a smaller circle C1, then point B to A. This completes our region. This shaded portion, shaded region is our new region. Now both C1 and C, as they are concentric. Concentric means their center is at same point z is equals to a, which is singularity of the function. If we decrease the radius of smaller circle C1 and r approaches to 0, in the limiting case this shaded portion increases in size, and in the limiting case when r is approximately equals to 0, that is the radius of a smaller circle is equals to 0, in that particular case we just omit this particular point. Now this whole shaded portion is a simple connected region. Simple connected region means this whole region can be converted to a point, and over this simple connected region, as this region doesn't contain point z is equals to a, so we can apply Cauchy integral theorem. And what is the statement of Cauchy integral theorem? Antiderivative of fz upon z minus a dz is equals to 0 over a closed contour. The whole region bounded by these curves. These curves are the combination of 4 branches: C, A to B, C1, B to A. Now a special point is there. Direction of C is anti-clockwise and direction of C1 is clockwise. We always take clockwise anti-clockwise movement as a positive movement. So if this direction is considered as positive, then direction of C1 is considered as negative. Now come again to Cauchy integral theorem. Antiderivative of fz upon z minus a dz over the boundary of the region C plus AB plus minus of C1 plus BA. Now we know basic concept of by the basic concept of integration, then integral over a to b is equals to minus times integral over b to a. So this antiderivative fz upon z minus a dz over c plus ab plus minus c1 plus ba would become antiderivative over c, integral over ab, integral with negative sign over c1, and integral over a to b with negative sign. And addition of all these 4 integral would become 0 by Cauchy integral theorem, as there is no singularity lie inside this shaded portion. This a to b and b to a as of are of same sign, same value, so they can eliminate each other. And what would in final we get? We would get antiderivative over c minus antiderivative of c1 is equals to 0. That is, antiderivative of c is equals to antiderivative of c1. This is antiderivative over C fz upon z minus a dz is equals to antiderivative of fz upon z minus a dz over C1. Both of them are same. This is an important point. Now how we can prove this particular Cauchy integral formula? For proof of Cauchy integral formula, this C1 antiderivative of fz upon z minus a dz is equals to, just add fa and subtract fa in the numerator of this quotient, so that we would get fz minus fa plus fa upon z minus a. Now break this antiderivative into two parts. One part is this particular bracket and another part is this particular bracket. Fz minus fa upon z minus a dz is first integral and second integral. This is our integral 1, this is our integral 2. We independently find out value of these two integrals. Again, let us consider a point z on a small circle C1. Then the value of z minus a is equals to r e to the power I theta. If we take a single point on a smaller circle C1, then z minus a is equals to r e to the power I theta. That is dz is equals to I r e to the power I theta d theta. Now what is the value of first integral or first antiderivative? Antiderivative of fz minus fa upon z minus a dz, this would become, if we put z is equals to a plus z is equals to a plus r e to the power I theta, because of this particular formula we would get our antiderivative integral antiderivative c1 f of a plus r e to the power I theta minus fa upon r e to the power I theta times I r e to the power I theta d theta, like this. We just get first antiderivative as this much. Now I r e to the power I theta can be cancelled out and our integral would become this is equals to antiderivative c1 f of a plus r e to the power I theta minus fa times d theta. Now radius of a smaller circle when approaches to 0. When r approaches to 0, then this term would become 0 and for this antiderivative would become fa minus fa times d theta. Fa minus fa is equals to 0. So the whole this particular integral would become 0. Next, second part, antiderivative of dz upon z minus a. What is the value of this particular antiderivative? Just see, as we know, z minus a is equals to r e to the power I theta. There is the point on this particular C1. The point z minus a is the center of the point, is equals to r e to the power I theta. Substitute over here, we would get dz is equals to r I e to the power I theta upon r e to the power I theta. These terms can cancel out and finally we would get I d theta. Now what is the limit? Limit, here we are integrating with respect to theta, so then limit would be in terms of theta. Theta vary between 0 to 2 pi. Limit is equals to 0 to 2 pi. So this is equals to integral 0 to 2 pi I d theta is equals to 2 pi I. Now first integral would become 0 and second integral would become 2 pi I. Now basic formula what we had right down here, this is fz, this would become antiderivative over c fz upon z minus a is equals to c first integral plus second integral. This would become fz minus fa upon z minus a dz plus fz upon z minus a dz, both over closed contour C1. Value of first antiderivative integral is 0. Value of second integral would become, fa is a constant, take it outside, 1 upon z minus a dz, and already we had find out 1 upon z minus a dz over a limit 0 to 2 pi is equals to 2 pi I. So fz upon z minus a dz is equals to 0 plus fa 2 pi I. This gives us fa is equals to 1 upon 2 pi I antiderivative fz upon z minus a dz. This is a very important formula known as Cauchy integral formula, used to find out value of antiderivative when a singularity lie inside a region, which is also known as pole of the function. If singularity lie inside the closed contour C, then fa is equals to 1 upon 2 pi I fz upon z minus a dz. Okay, thank you.